as you can see here, this says some interesting things. Over here, I read this comment saying, all these Roman buildings were already in America. Something happened a couple hundred years ago that decimated everything. I agree with that, and I said, yeah, 1816 nuclear war. Obviously, we don't have nukes. Not what we think of nukes, at least. In 1816. But I found this article, and I'll link this, of course. But it's saying, gradually, last nuclear war, most peaked 1780, 1816. It says, blah, 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 Northern Hemisphere, nuclear winter, blah, blah, blah. It says, before the war, the majority of crime, blah, blah, blah. Antique style, see what I'm saying? Same antique style, eh? Okay. Now, these are just facts, but check out these pictures. It's really what I'm trying to show you. They got these, notice all of them have these like antennas, So all these people, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. This is in China. Palace in China, it says. This is a colonial style in China or something. Let's see here. England. Tokyo. This doesn't look like Tokyo to me. These buildings look Japanese, but not these. And they all seem to have these like antenna things over here. Like a ball on a pole, or just a pole on the top. It's very interesting. Check it out. It's another Japan. Like this obviously looks Japanese right here. But this doesn't. Let me see, is my cursor on? Okay. More Japan. Like these pillars are obviously not Japanese pillars at all. Just interesting. See these antennas again. More antennas. Balls. Or whatever these fucking things are. Anyway, Osaka, Japan, obviously not Japanese building. You know what I mean? Like what? Nagasaki. Boom. Supposedly got nuked in 19-something. 40-something. Could have been firebombing as well. Here's Kobe, Japan. Look at this. Look at these Roman columns here. There's more Japan with these fucking... It's always like there's a fence. And then like fucking these fucking things. Like what are these shapes? Like what is this for? More. Where's this? Argentina. Look at this Roman ass building. Like tell me this is not... I've been to Rome. These things are all over the place. These pillars with these steps and the little details and blah blah blah. But this building doesn't have any of those antennas. Like across the street. Like there's fucking carriages for God's sake. Why is there antennas on fucking buildings? Anyway, Argentina again. This looks kind of like a French building or something like that to me. I've seen a building like this in Netherlands before. With that like... Dude. And there's again a fence. Like chimneys or something, I don't know. And this is in Argentina too. This looks like that Roman thing I went to. Let's see. What's it called? Roman. It's like a big thing. What the fuck is it called? Let's just do this real quick. This thing. It looks like this. Right here. Doesn't it? Anyway. On to the next. Buenos Aires. Weird, not looking normal. This looks like a fucking palace or something. And again with the orbs or the poles, you know, like poles. Like right here, this pole and this pole. Like what the fuck are those? You know what I'm saying? This looks like the fucking building in Washington D.C. What's it called? It's in Cuba. Chile. Like, looks like on the dollar bill, the building. What's it? We'll see. Oh, it's not on the dollar. What is it? What is it on? What is it on? The $5? Yeah, this thing with these columns. See that shit? This is like exactly the same as all these, architecturally wise. That's probably not a word, but check this out. More poles. For what? Columns, poles, columns, poles. You know, you get the idea. This is Chicago or something? What? Can you believe that such a complex could design and pile marble? Descendants of the conquistadors suffered from scurvy. Yeah, that's pretty epic to me. This looks like a fucking Roman Empire emperor ordered this to be built. To me. You know? That doesn't look like America to me, at least. Anyway, Chicago. It says, besides an antique style, I don't know. I'll see what this says here. Oh, another orb in a pole. I'll see here. Continue our epic in the first part, blah blah blah. I'll see here. First I'm a little distracted, blah blah blah. A perfect example of the ancient city, Chicago. See how the city looked a little more than 100 years ago. I'll see that. It says 1893 there. Jeez. Almost looks like a fort, you know. It's like a port as well. I have no idea what this is all about, but it's definitely ancient architecture in the modern day. This looks like a fucking castle. This looks like the most modern building of all of them. It says chocolate. That's a fucking Viking ship. What the fuck? Like what? Ferris wheeling. Blah blah blah. Chicago. Just interesting. Why do these buildings look like this? All over the world, they all look the same. Does that mean Sevastopol here? Yeah, does that mean there was a world civilization? Or does this mean something else? It's destroyed. Moscow. This looks like that fucking French arch thing with a little Roman taste in there. Peshkov House. Again with the orbs. Like what is up? What is up with that shit? There's Moscow. It's a church or something. These idols. Yeah, like you would just think this is a Roman, like a Roman forum or something. You know what I'm saying? But this shit's in Moscow, Russia. St. Petersburg looks like the fucking Vatican. You know what I'm saying? Like, did the Romans really, did they rule the whole world, or what? Like, I don't understand. It's just like, what are these fucking antennas, dude? What are these antennas? Like, what are these? Like, what is this? These are all old ass pictures. Our past is obviously not as they say it is. It's definitely something going on here. But I'll leave that decision up to you. Here's Kazan, Russia. Ancient city as well. And I mean, it just keeps going. Like, just keeps going. Antenna. I don't understand, man. But something that makes sense here about those antennas. I was reading, let's see here. I'll link this site as well. Oh, it was in the Magic. You gotta go to Chrome and hit translate, because it's gonna be in Russian. But he explains, this dude's like pulling energy and he's releasing it, and he explains how kings have a pole in an orb, like a scepter in an orb or some shit. What did he say? Yeah, it's scepter and orb. So he's saying that these are like kings mind controlled their soldiers, basically. Like, you see these antennas or whatever, and they're on all the buildings of the ancient times. Like these things. Tooths. That's what they are, like these fence things. So something's up here, I'm onto something. I don't know. Blah blah blah. This is Iran or something. Yeah. Iran. Like, why is this, why would this be over there? Like, what? It just doesn't, it's just massive monuments, like, there's those teeth again. And the antennas. Antennas? Like, what are these, dude? What are these? What are these for? Mind control or what? Like, anybody got any ideas? Like, what? Sao Paulo. It's Brazil or something. Like, why is this all this shit? Why is this worldwide? With the antennas and the same fucking pillars, man, that are fucking... Literally, go to Rome, these pillars are... This looks like Rome. You'd be like, this is Rome. You know what I mean? This is fucking Brazil, dude. Like, what? Like, what made this fall down? Tell me. If this shit's been standing for however long, what the fuck is this doing? What is this? This shit looks like it got fucking firebombed. Like, for real. This looks like Africa or something. Asian people. That looks like that eagle thing. What is that called? That's some Asian shit. Taipei. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is up with this, bro? Singapore. Like, you can't go wrong. Like, you know there's gonna be those teeth. These teeth. And you know there's gonna be antennas everywhere. Why do you need antennas? This is just obviously a pyramid. Like, not even hiding it. Shit is in plain sight, people. These teeth. The same architecture, sorry, all over the world. And monuments that look like dicks. It's like, what is life? You know? Makes you think. Orbs. And they seem to always be government buildings, am I wrong? Like what? You know? Shit. It's always some kind of special, like, museum or something. You know, people don't live in these buildings. It's like something else about them. But obviously, these Roman buildings were in America before, long before America was America. So it just gets you thinking, like, what happened that this is erased from our... Here's Istanbul right here. Like what? Obviously Roman architecture, because Eastern Roman Empire was there, but all over the world? Just interesting. Well, tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.